Guns are essential to the American way of life. They are essential to preserving your life, protecting your life, and the life of your wife and children. And these anti-gun violent types, these people who are against guns because guns promote violence, or these people who want to deny ex-felons, convicted felons, the right to own firearms because they had committed a crime in their past. These type people began in the 60s. You've seen in the 60s what was known as the liberal-minded college graduate. And in the 60s, these anti-war types, which I agree we should never have gotten into Vietnam, but these pot-smoking, pro-homosexual, anti-war types that rose up in the universities in America in the 60s, it was from this group of people as they matured and 40 years later became the U.S. senators and U.S. congressmen. Well, it was this group of people who are the anti-gun types, the anti-gun violent types, the types who want, the Bill Clinton is one, the Hillary Clinton, don't vote for that bitch, and John F. Kennedy was one, and Ted Kennedy was one, Barney Frank the fag, and these Nancy Pelosi's. These are your liberals who come out of your pot-smoking, pro-homosexual universities of the 60s. And I agree with them on the anti-war issue. But as far as taking the right to own firearms away from convicted felons, when there's 10, 15 million convicted felons living in our society, living honest lives, they have wives and children and homes, and that they must protect. They must have the right to protect their lives. And they do have a constitutional right to own firearms under the Second Amendment of the Constitution. But these liberal-minded, anti-gun violent types, they are the first people to promote the idea that convicted felons should never get a hold of firearms. And they refuse to face the fact that there's 15 million felons in the United States, living honest lives, have not committed crimes in years, and their lives are in danger because of these pot-smoking, pro-homosexual, liberal lawmakers who passed laws denying convicted felons the right to own firearms. And the statistics prove that 9 out of 10 convicted felons who get out of prison and stay out 5 years, 9 out of 10 never recommit a crime. But yet, to these anti-gun violence, these pro-homosexual, pot-smoking, liberal yuppies of the 60s, these are the ones who are your anti-gun types. And by the way, if you think they really love the NRA, you're dead wrong. They don't want nobody to have guns. And these people have endangered the lives of the class of people known as convicted felons or ex-felons. They've endangered these men's lives, their wives, and their children. And, by the way, these rich, pot-smoking, pro-homosexual, liberal yuppies of the 60s, they've got enough money in the bank to hire a machine gun-toting private police officers to protect them wherever they go and escort their children to private schools. And another one is old the nigger we've got in there for a president right now. He would take your guns away from you in the name of peace if he could.